So far, the best moment in the tournament was winning against Extreme Gaming, for sure.
I think we played the best game of our lives this season, so
for the first time at this tournament, I guess really clicked and played really well.
They are all falling apart, all 4, all 5 gone, as Team Liquid for the 3rd year in a row is going to be going to the International.
And I didn't really have like any complaints. I can be a bit of a, how do you say it, perfectionist. Like I like to watch back and criticize, and I kind of felt like there wasn't much to be negative about. So that was really nice.
The worst moment was losing to Spirit, because we got 0-2 and we played horribly.
It's frustrating when you play a team that's very, they like to trick you, or they like to like bait you in, and they like to make you do bad moves or take bad fights, and it kind of just kept on happening. That was frustrating.
After the loss, we just watched the replay, kind of analyzed the game and pointed out mistakes.
It's pretty easy to simplify and say like, okay, well this and this happened, and in order to avoid it, we need to be better about, the things that led up to it. So I think it's just to kind of hammer in where you screwed up and make sure you don't do it again.
Cloud9 is that they have this amazing mid player, No One. He's been playing out of his mind this tournament, and I hope he won't play as good when he plays against us. So.
I think they're a pretty fun team. They've always been a little bit between like the tier 1 and tier 2 for a little bit, and I think it's cool to see them go really far with some, not necessarily new blood, but I feel like they're doing really well now.
I think the hardest match was when I was like playing Shaker against Team Spirit, because the game was like winnable, but it was 50 minutes of like not much happening.
They were just another beast, to be honest, and it felt really hard to, play on normal Dota against them.
Even though we lost against Spirit earlier, I feel like BB team was pretty solid, and we kind of had to claw our way to a victory in game 1, and then in game 2 we just got smashed. And I don't know, that was probably like the biggest, where I felt like we were maybe a little bit outmatched, at least in some of the games.
Going up against Extreme was it was like hard opponent, obviously, but usually we win against them in scrims, so we were like confident a bit.
Their playstyle is kind of traditional, so they're not very surprising to play against. They can be more difficult to draft against, and so I think when you're in the game, you kind of expect the same. I'm just gonna farm, he's gonna become the beast, the god carry, and you kind of just need to try and like beat them before they get there, I guess. It's not so nice to go into super late game against some mega extreme gaming, the wall of China, I like to call it, where they just have like really big team fight and a carry in front, and it feels like it's very tough to play against.
In terms of how we're feeling like very confident, very, very good. We're playing some scrims, and especially after Peru, it wasn't like the greatest tournament we had.
A lot of ups and downs in our mood and everything, atmosphere, vibes. But I think for TI, we've been really stepping it one level up for, just for everyone to have fun and try to get everyone to play to their abilities.
It's always stressful, and there's always going to be some arguments or some conflicts. In general, I think every team has a lot of those, but we're pretty good at handling it. I think if we get a little annoyed or upset at each other, kind of just end up not making a big deal out of it, which I think is nice. I think we have to move on from you can't be like consistently upset about stuff. And I think we've been really good about it, and I think the mood is good, and I don't know, nice vibes.